Hello, fellow horn and brass players. Today I'm going to share 3 secrets on how to play with a completely relaxed face that is absolutely going to transform your playing. And I was inspired because I've been doing a lot of teaching, and I teach even raw beginners in 5th grade. And what I love about this is that it lets me test some of my methods and ideas that are very counter to what you might have been taught. And it makes me just a much better player and teacher as well. I did one other video on this subject called Stop Setting Your Face, which you can find in this channel, but I realized I didn't go into much detail on how we can teach others or even ourselves, if we have this habit, how to get rid of it. So, step 1 is going to be to completely relax our face. Now, you may notice that when you put your mouthpiece up with your instrument or just your mouthpiece, that you notice a pattern of setting your face or tensing your face. Maybe for you it translates to firming your corners or pointing your chin or pursing your lips together and results in something like this. So you can see there's tension that's going into my cheeks, into my eyes without even playing a note. So to get rid of that, I just invite students to put the mouthpiece up into position. For horn, we want our corners slightly in, and we want the mouthpiece sitting on the red only of the lower lip or the lip flesh and the flesh and skin of the upper lip. And it looks something like this. So step 2 is what I call air to buzz. So from this completely relaxed position of the mouthpiece on the lips exhaling air, we're going to invite our lips to just touch somewhere on the 2nd or 3rd beat of air, and it's going to sound and look like this. So I'm noticing I'm not really tensing or doing anything that is extraneous, and I'm getting that buzz. So repeat this with the instrument. I'm going to probably aim for a concert F or my written C. It's the very middle of our horn register. And going to this air to buzz really teaches us that we don't need to tense anything in our face to create a sound. Now, step 3, I'm going to use my instrument's natural harmonics to train my lips and air to work together in coordination, where my lips are actually not controlling the air, but are only responding to the air. A lot of us have a misconception that we have to do things with our lips to get from note to note, and in fact, it is the air that engages the lips, and it's not the lips that control the air. So I'm going to do a very basic slur to my next harmonic, which is going to be a concert A or my written E, and it's going to sound like this. And from here, I can adjust my air speed and my air velocity to go even higher and lower on the horn. I'll do 2 more up and 1 more down, and it'll sound like this. And now I'm going to add the top and bottom note, which are the C octaves. And in doing just these few notes on the harmonics, I'm covering about half of the horn's range. So harmonic slurs are not only a great way to train our lips and air to work in coordination, they're also a very quick way to build our range. So I'm using almost no pressure, certainly none on the upper lip, at least a minimal amount. And I'm getting from note to note only using the air. One way to see if this is working or not is to notice if you are overshooting or skipping some of these harmonics. And if you are, that means you are tensing too much in the face and not letting the air do the work. So what do I mean by overshooting or skipping? It's going to sound something like this. So you notice I had that skip on the third note. That means I was working too much here. I was overshooting that harmonic. So this is a really good feedback diagnostic for us when we are playing, because these harmonic slurs, again, will teach us whether or not our lips and our air are working in coordination, or whether we're just doing too much here. So to recap, to play with a completely relaxed face, step 1, you're not going to tense before you put the mouthpiece up. Step 2, you're going to repeat that little exercise of going from an air to a buzz with your mouthpiece and then with your horn. And step 3 is you're going to use your instrument's natural harmonics to train your lips and your air to work in coordination. And if you hear overshooting or skipping, you're going to reassess and ask yourself, am I doing too much with my lips and face, and where can I let go of that tension? If you found this video helpful, please join my channel and like it, and also join my Facebook group, which is called Horn Players United. I always put a link to that in these posts. So I hope to see you there, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.